Abundance London was set up by Sarah Cruz and myself, Karen Liebrich, about 7 years ago. We reckon this is the 6th Apple Day. Every year we do a big Apple Day, Abundance Fruit Day, with all the presses and cakes and preserves and so on. Abundance was set up to prevent fruit gluts, so people who have got too many fruit trees in their garden or simply can't cope. I've got a huge Bramley, it gives me 90 kilos all in 1 week. We set this up to try and prevent that waste of fruit. We also have a very strong educational angle, which is we work with most of the schools in the area and we take small groups out and we go and pick in people's gardens, people who've given us permission obviously, to pick fruit that they have surplus. So we'll go out with a small group, 10 children, pick a load of pears. The children will say things like last week, one of the kids said, "I hate pears. I've never liked a pear until today when I picked it myself." And that's music to our ears.
Chiswick was an orchard at one point, and there are still quite a lot of gardens with big apple trees that people move into a house that they inherit a tree, they don't know what to do with it, and all the fruit comes at once. And so that's how we started, really. Today is our 6th annual fruit day, and we are starting off with about a ton of apples that we've washed and are ready to press. We put them into a scratter, which is a machine that chops them all up into tiny little bits. They come out as a mush kind of pulp. And then that gets transferred into a big press. We squish that all down using manual labor, and out comes the juice. And all we do is strain it and bottle it. And it lasts about 2 days in the fridge, or I've been saying to people you can freeze it, save it for Christmas or something. But it always sells out every year because it's very, very rare to be able to find freshly pressed juice like this.
I work for People's Trust for Endangered Species. Yeah, and we've we've done an inventory of orchards across the UK, basically mapping where they still are, where they're being lost. There's so many varieties in the UK, and lots of them are quite rare, loads of them are lost. But actually we've got so many apple trees in back gardens and in old orchards that some of those are going to be these rare ones. They're just lying there unidentified. So, I mean, my advice would be if you've got an apple tree and you don't know what it is, bring an apple or two along to an apple day, or four preferably, and get them identified, because it could be that your apple tree in the back garden is a rare or even presumed lost variety.
So here there is an amazing array of different types of apple, and Steve, you've brought them along. Can you tell me why you've chosen these and what the difference is?
Yep, this is a selection of, a lot of them are fairly common garden varieties and some of them are more commercial varieties, but it's the sort of thing that people are likely to bring in for identification, and so we've got something to compare people's apples to when they bring them to us.
Any money we make goes back into the project, so we pay for insurance, which is about £300. We buy all the equipment, so the fruit press, the pickers, the tarpaulins, bike trailers, all that stuff. We also sometimes sponsor small projects. So, for instance, we've planted flowers up and down the high road. So the profits, if you call it that, go back into environmental, horticulture, educational stuff in Chiswick.